My name is Kate. I'm 38 years old. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Give me 3 words that best describe you.
I think 3 words that best describe me would be kind, genuine, and empathetic.
What do you value most?
I value family the most.
What are some hobbies and activities that you enjoy?
I love spending time with my family. I love crafting. I love going on adventures. I feel like I'm such a free soul. Like, there's so many things that I love to get into and I love to do. I actually had a friend from Australia who was diagnosed with breast cancer, stage 3, I believe, at 40, and she was urging all of our little community of friends to check our breasts. And I was 28 at the time, and I had checked my breasts, and it felt different, but I didn't really know what I was looking for or what it was supposed to feel like, which sounds really weird, but I just didn't know. And there was a lot of other things that were going on that I kind of just attributed to being a mom and being busy. Like, I was tired all the time and I would have upset stomachs, and then my back started to hurt real bad. And when I went for my yearly exam, my doctor didn't really like how my breast tissue felt, and everything really within 2 weeks just kind of spiraled out of control. Found out that I was diagnosed, went for scans, and within that first 2 weeks found out that I actually had been living with metastatic breast cancer for probably about 2 years and didn't know it. Some of my initial thoughts when I first was told that I had metastatic breast cancer was just that of my family. I knew what it meant. I knew what being stage 4 meant, and I knew that I was gonna have limited time. And I had fought so hard to be a mom, and I had fought so hard to be where I was at with my babies and my husband, and it felt like now I had to face my own mortality. And it was just kind of like a big slap in the face. Life right now is pretty stable. I am no evidence of disease, which is wonderful. So I deal with a lot of other side effects, even though technically I am no evidence of disease. So it's like living, in this weird space, like in the in-between. So I'm not bad, but I'm not healthy. I'm just in the middle. I thought life before cancer was hard. Having young kids at home, I thought that season was never going to end. It was always filled with having to constantly be taking care of other people and, the kids' needs and not taking care of my own. So I thought that season of life was the most difficult I was going to be in. But looking back now, it's one that I wish I could have forever. Since my diagnosis, I think my life really flipped upside down. You really do figure out what's most important in life and what you were taking for granted. And sometimes it takes you a long time, I think, to get to that realization. But beforehand, I was present as a mother, but being a mother wasn't my number one priority. So I made it my number one priority, and I made my family my number one priority, and life revolves around my family now. And I make sure that my kids know that being happy is what matters, and being together is what matters, and everything else is insignificant. I think when I was first diagnosed, social media was still probably in like the toddler stages. So I wanted to connect with other young women that was going through what I was going through. I did find Facebook groups, but they were geared for older women who had grandbabies that they wished they would see graduate from high school, and there I was just hoping I could see my twins graduate from preschool. So thankfully I found an amazing group of women in 2014, and we all kind of just got together and decided what we wanted for like our community, and that was for young women's voices that are living with metastatic breast cancer to be heard. And it's kind of just grown into this beautiful, amazing, scary place to be. I think we definitely all saved each other, for sure. I think something that's very frustrating is you look at me right now and I am beautiful, and I had someone do my makeup and my hair, and I bought a beautiful dress, and I look put together and I don't look sick. So society doesn't see me as a chronically ill or terminally ill patient, and so I'm not treated as such. Not that I want special privileges or anything, but people just forget, that I didn't just kind of go through cancer and it's over. I live with it every single day, and it's not going away. And those long-term effects are very damaging to my mental and physical health. I think the word imagine really evokes feelings of hope for the future. So I can't imagine a world that I get to live in and spend more time with my family in. I know that it's probably cliche, but I started a bucket list not too long after I was diagnosed, and I love lists, and I love checking things off lists. So checking things off of my bucket list really keeps me focused on the future. And it lets me know that I can still dream, even if something, in 3 months from now, the cancer would progress and I would decline, like I can still dream. And I think that's a big thing that a lot of people take for granted. I think if you would have asked me when I was first diagnosed what my fears were, it would have been a future that didn't have me in it, that left my babies wondering what their mom would be like. And now that my twins are going into high school and my son is going into middle school, I don't have a fear of me not being there, because I really feel like I have experienced so much stuff with them over the past few years, because I've tried to pack a lifetime into the past 9 years, and I feel like we've been pretty successful at that. So if something would happen to me, I don't have fear for them anymore, because I know that we have so many great memories together. And even with my husband, growing old with my husband, we've done so many things together. So even if I don't get a chance to be that old woman rocking in a chair on our front porch, he'll be there one day. And if I'm not beside him, I know that he knows that that was a dream of mine. So I really don't, I don't have any fear.